Man, I want to talk about welterweight contender and former two-time welterweight champion Andre Berto. I think Andre Berto needs to retire, man. I hate to say somebody needs to retire, but his speech pattern is changing a lot over the last couple years. If you listen to Andre Berto, interviews about 3, 4 years ago, his speech is much more clear, much more precise, you know, uh, the pattern is better. Now he's starting to slur his words, and he's been in a lot of tough fights, man. I remember seeing him, against Luis Collazo. That was a tough fight. That was a very, very close fight. A lot of people thought he lost that fight, but that was a very physical fight. The Robert Guerrero fight was very, very, very physical. That fight took a lot out of him. What he fought Victor Ortiz in that first fight when he got knocked down a couple times, about 2 or 3 times. That was a tough fight. That he fought a lot of, he fought Sean Porter. That was a very physical, tough fight that he fought. And he fought the guy when he had one arm. What was that guy's name when he had that one arm? Hodo Soto Carras. That was a tough fight. The Mayweather fight, he was getting hit clean in. And I just think, man, he's not going to be able to beat none of the top guys at welterweight. And what's the sense of, going on fighting, marginal fighters? And Andre Berto lost a lot of his quickness, a lot of his speed. So he's just gonna get hit a lot, man. He's gonna take a lot more punches for what? You know what I'm saying? And I don't see him beating Keith Thurman. I don't see him beating Sean Porter. I don't see him beating Danny Garcia, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. If he's not gonna challenge those guys, or if he don't have a chance to beat either one of those guys, then I don't see why he's doing it now. If he just go ahead and just fight one of those guys and see if he can pick off one of those belts, go right ahead. But if he's not going to do that and just stay around and just fight mediocre fighters and, take more punishment, I'm pretty sure Andre Berto made a lot of money in his career. He was one of Al Heyman's, first good prospects. I remember when Andre Berto was I believe he was with Bob Arum. He was with Bob Arum too at one point, because I remember Bob Arum saying when he tried to call guys to fight Andre Berto, they wouldn't fight Andre Berto. Andre Berto was very, very, very good when he first came out. I think Luis Collazo kind of exposed him a little bit, and I didn't think Luis Collazo was, one of the top welterweights. He was a real good welterweight, but I don't think he was like one of the top welterweights. And Luis Collazo took him to life and death. And I said that people thought he lost that fight. I thought it was a real good fight. I gave it to Andre Berto, but I thought it was thought it could have went either way. But like I said, I believe Andre Berto has invested his money very well. He's from Haiti, so he that hurricane happened and he went to his hometown. He invested a lot of money to help for the recovery. I remember he was supposed to fight Shane Mosley until that happened. And he didn't. He ended up not fighting Shane Mosley, and I think he ended up fighting Victor Ortiz. And I don't think he took Victor Ortiz seriously. I don't think they took because Victor Ortiz had just quit against Maidana, and everybody thought Victor Ortiz was done because in a post interview after the Victor Ortiz Maidana fight, Victor Ortiz said he shouldn't be taking punishment like that, and a lot of people didn't think that he had any fight left in him, but he showed that night that he had fight left in him. Now, Andre Berto, to his credit, he was able to revenge that loss 3-4 years later when he knocked Victor Ortiz out. But to me, that was his last best performance. I just think, the Devin Alexander fight, he won the fight, but it was very close, man. Anybody could have won that fight. He didn't look real good in that fight. He didn't look sharp. He didn't look quick. Like, Berto, his best attributes was his speed and his quickness. And now when you start losing that, man, you become kind of like an ordinary fighter, man. So I just hope Andre Berto, if he can't fight either Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, or Sean Porter for one of those titles, he might as well just go ahead and hang it up, man. Just leave on a good note beating Devin Alexander. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave comments. I'm out.